Hey everyone, and welcome back to Hirscheck. Today we are finishing off this project, at least in the speed build part of things, but more about that in today's episode. So sit back, relax, and let's go. Alright, welcome to Hirscheck and welcome back to Planet Zoo. Today we are going to have a little bit of a relaxed, chill episode because that is the last speed build for Hirscheck. There are a couple of reasons to why that is. I know that you guys love Hirscheck quite a lot and I'm still very pleased with how the reception of this entire project is. But fear no more, there will be one more episode and that's gonna be the wonderful tour of Hirscheck. So, and this one is going to be released most likely on Sunday. Not sure if I'm going to put it on Sunday or Monday. Let's see. But the real deal is that I wanted to finish this project off now that the Wetlands DLC and the update 1.9 are not only on the horizon, but they are right around the corner and will drop on Tuesday the 12th. And honestly, there's so much I want to do with the new wetlands animals and just in general the time of the year we are, moving ever stronger into is just more likely to have like a wetlands, more spring, summer-ish feeling. And so Hirscheck, which was a very calming winter thing, is really the best moment to finish that off now. Maybe, who knows, we are going to return to it next winter. Who knows if it's kind of possible or not. But yeah, we are ending it off here with a couple of finishing touches. Not a big deal though. Just making sure it all looks good. It's not like perfect, it's not my most detailed park ever, but I think in terms of vibe and in terms of coziness, this really deserves a top spot in my project. And honestly, it also deserves a top spot in most surprising positive reception of you guys. So I've been madly surprised by how many people commented, watched and just interacted with these videos, because when I made Hirscheck as a video series, I did not expect this to go well at all. I just wanted to do it for me because I thought, the kind of wildlife park reserve thing is just kind of something European in that sense. I mean, of course, there are a lot of wildlife reserves out there, but the tier park idea that, we have in Central Europe, I thought is not that widespread, but maybe I have been wrong. I don't know, but, I'm just very, very happy that you guys loved it so much. And yeah, so here we are, using the Hirscheck sign once more as like a little entrance to the parking lot. Even though the parking lot over here is occupied by the two buses, technically it could also be a parking lot for some other cars. Like usually these parks don't really have that gigantic parking lots anyway, so many people do park alongside the road and they just search for some parking lots nearby, but it's not like that. These parks have huge parking lots, which makes there are a couple of reasons to why that makes a lot of sense. So first of all, you don't want to have that many people in there. It's all about the animal conservation in these reserves anyhow, so you don't want to have it that full. And it's also not that, that crowded as normal zoos are, so it's not like that super entertainment factor where you have to have these kind of ridiculously big parking lots and stuff. So yeah, all in all, it's a very cozy thing in these things, in these kind of wildlife parks and tier parks, and it's really cool and I love it. I think the whole series was such a little gem for me to come back to, and obviously the first 3 to 4 episodes have been very much back to back as always. When the series is new, the drive is always there to go on quick, and then the longer you have a series, the more it kind of dripples away. And this is also the reason why I decided to end it here, because we had a good go. The wolf reserve lately was quite a good addition to it, and I think it was a good way to round it off in terms of animals. Surely there are so much more animals that we could fill in here easily, and even with the wetlands pack, we could use the small-clawed otter as like a European otter. For example, we could use a couple of other animals, and there would be potential. But I thought, I have to force myself to do that, and I don't want to do this because that never results in a equally good series as all the others where I really want to do certain things. And as I had the feeling that this is now the right time to end it, I just did that, and yeah, I'm quite happy. I want to you know, we are 5 minutes into the video, and usually this is the point where only the people that actually listen to the entire episode still are here. If you are one of the skippers, welcome back after skipping into the middle of the video. But please stick with me, because first of all, that boosts my video, which is cool. The second thing is I'm going to talk about something that I had in my plans for quite a while, and maybe I'm going to release it, maybe I'm not, but I wanted to give you an idea because it does fit rather well into this video, simply because I listened to the end of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix in this specific build over here. I was the last 2 hours of the audiobook. And maybe you guys have seen the discussion going on my channel about Hogwarts Legacy. I wanted to make a video about this. I still want to make a video about this, but it's a very sensitive topic, and I wanted to wait until things have calmed down a little. I mean, surely that will lead to a lot less views than I could have had at the beginning. But it's not about the views. It's about doing the right thing. And it's becoming a little bit of a stretch for me to make YouTube videos at the moment. Don't get me wrong, I still love it as much as I always did, maybe even more than before, but there is this one thing at the moment that can't be overseen, and basically every creator will tell you the same. There is not a single video, or maybe every second video in the last month, where a certain comment or 2 comments or 3 comments or 10 comments or even more comments do point out certain things in my videos where I potentially could have perhaps had said something against a minority. And I don't even want to go into detail, because there are so many different things, starting with potential religious signs or wordings or whatever that could harm potentially someone. And it's not about intention or not. If I would do that intentionally, that would be super bad. But the most complicated thing about this is I just don't have the time to spend hours and hours of research before every video if I potentially do something that in some areas or some minorities or some corners of the world could be harming to someone. Don't get me wrong, I try really my best and my hardest to please everyone as best as possible in my videos. I want to make it as inclusive as possible. I want to make it as friendly as possible. But there is a certain kind of limit to what I can do and what not. And trust me when I say that these videos are purely meant to enjoy games and enjoy our passion for games together. And it is just natural that if you delve into certain topics, there is a certain danger in hitting certain things that could potentially be harmful to someone, but not directly, but obviously just like around the corner or 2 or 3 corners, if you imply that certain things were known before. And this is the perfect segue to Harry Potter. Harry Potter is a big problem at the moment for many people, because obviously J.K. Rowling is a bad person, a very bad person. Very briefly, if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, J.K. Rowling, I don't know if she has developed or if she has been always the same, but she is very much against trans people. She is very much against LGBTQ, and she's actually not even against it, which, you know, would be not fine, but you could ignore it and she could, you know, just feel that way for herself and fine. But she's actively trying to put money into organizations that, you know, create laws against those people. She's running a huge campaign against those people on the internet. She's in many different talk shows and stuff where she's, you know, openly talking about these things, which with her reach and her publicity is obviously a very bad thing for those people directly harmed by it, but also for those people who just want to have a good time with Harry Potter and stuff. And so that is the reason to why many people don't even want to see Hogwarts Legacy being played by their favorite creators, which in a way I can understand, and it definitely makes sense to talk about that. But there is one overarching argument which I simply don't share, and that is the fact that people say you gotta have to boycott the game in order to make sure she's not getting more attention or more money. Both things are completely wrong in my opinion. So first of all, the attention that she gets from all of this boycott fuss thing is maybe even more, if not very obviously more than if not. And the other thing is, I really strongly believe that that she's not getting the money on a success level. She's not involved in sales. She's getting the money right away when the game is created. There is no doubt about that. And so boycotting the game doesn't really do anything. But what does do a thing is if I, for example, because I have a certain reach, use that to make people aware of the fact that she is a bad person and that people have to speak up, you know, against that. This is the only chance we have. We have to all speak up if we can and make sure that everyone is welcomed in every community. I always say I quite have the fortunate situation that I've been raised and educated in a very good way. Like, honestly, my mom and everyone around me just kind of taught me and raised me to be welcoming and open to everyone. I don't really care about if people love women, if they love boys, girls, whatever, if they feel right in their body or if they feel they have to, you know, be different and go from what they feel right. Honestly, the only thing I have been taught to is respect every human being the same way. And honestly, if someone is an asshole, you can be an asshole no matter if you're gay, trans, straight, cis, whatever, you're an asshole. And if you're a nice person, it again doesn't matter the same way. So this is how I've been raised, and so I have the fortunate situation, and also obviously, and this is what I'm well aware of, I have the fortunate situation to live in a country and in an area being straight and stuff. Obviously, I've got it pretty easy, you know, but that doesn't mean that I don't care for that. So for me, it's obviously the most important thing to make people aware of what is going on there, and this is why potentially when I do the video, I will try to raise the attention for that. Anyways, we have to wrap that up because the video is nearly done, and I really hope you enjoyed this little talk. I thought this was a good situation. Again, this is the finishing touches here. We have built the building, we've filled the interior, and now the next step is that we are doing a little bit of a nice final tour of Hirscheck, which I'm really looking forward to. I hope you guys are too. I hope you enjoy your time. Have a good one. And yeah, I talk to you in the next one. Until then, have a good time, stay safe, and goodbye.